Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. If I sound different, that's because my new headphones are here. Yes, that's right. They actually showed up today. Mind you, this is the day that they were supposed to ship on, so I'm not complaining. I have HyperCloud X2 headphones. They're typically a standard headphones, 3.5 millimeter jack, but I got the X2, which comes with a small sound card that you plug into and a USB port connection for the back of your computer that gives it 7.1 surround sound. Gives me control of my microphone and ear volumes right here at a convenient spot near me on a little pin thing that I have, and it works rather well. I've already done some testing. The volume sounds good. I do sound different, maybe even a little more clear. This is a really good headset. It is very loud, very crisp, very clear. So hopefully I got the volume here turned up a little bit more than I did in my test video. So hopefully everything will go according to plan. Now I haven't, unfortunately, connected my breakdown video of the DAF um, to Reddit yet. And I got to do that because, again, my plan is to catch up all the trucks that I haven't done. But until then, we have a job to finish. Oh, I always forget that. So I didn't record a Friday video, and that's because, um, quite frankly, wait a minute, I need to turn my volume up a little bit. That's good. It's because, quite frankly, my allergies shot off the chart. With all the rain that we have been having lately, and all of the grass that's been growing and the trees and all that, and it's coming into spring season, my allergies just went haywire, just complete haywire. And all day Friday I was sneezing, I was stuffed up, runny nose, sniffing, snorting, my eyes were watering, it was just all over miserable, and it would have made for a terrible, terrible video. I intended to get allergy medicine on Saturday, because usually when my allergies act up that bad, I will finally cave in and take allergy medicine, as I usually don't. I'm going to go double out lane. I usually don't take allergy medicine. I usually just suffer it because it usually doesn't last long. I'm still a little allergied up right now, but not too bad. Usually my allergies only last a little bit and then they fade, and they're usually tolerable for me, but Saturday they just completely off the charts, or Friday rather. And Saturday I ended up not going because I wanted to take my dog to get his claws trimmed, or his nails. I never know what to call them on a dog because they're technically claws, but I associate claws with a cat. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. I was going to do that, but they said, well, I'd have to be there by 6 o'clock at night, and it was already like 5:15, and I didn't want to have to rush down. I could have made it, but I didn't want to rush. So I ended up going on Sunday. And on Sunday, I didn't get any allergy medicine because, well, my allergies have been doing better, and I ended up just not recording at all. So, but on Sunday, I did get into EVE Online again for a little bit. I hadn't done much over the past couple days, and I was actually a little depressed over it because normally, wait, too fast. Yeah, normally I like, to get in a little bit every day and try and get some in-game money the ISK made, and that just wasn't happening. Yeah, I need to clean my computer again. It's due time. Again, the problem with cleaning my computer is the dust clouds it tends to make when I do. but I got to get it done within the next few days, hopefully. It is time. So, anyways, as I was saying, in Eve, I usually like to make ISK. Well, I've been wanting to try the most difficult, yeah, all these little hit. I don't think you'll be able to see them, but I'm getting all those little loading hitches, and that's all from my computer running a little bit hotter than normal. So that's what all those little loading hitches are. And that means it's time to clean. And that'll smooth them out mostly. Mostly, not entirely. So, keep getting off track here. Eve, I wanted to try the most difficult PvE in the game. It's known as the maze. And so that's what I was you know, I managed to find one yesterday, and I was able to deal with it no problem. I always thought I'd have an issue, but come to find out things were not as I thought. I thought you had to be omni-tanked, which means tanked against all damage. You don't. You just have to be tanked against specific damage. And when I found that out, I was able to change the tank on my ships. I went in, I dealt with it really easily, and all was good. And I was happy. And I managed to beat the maze, and I got 553 million in loot, roughly. 553 million ISK in loot. Just prior to that, I did a standard sleeper cache, which is the second most difficult hacking site in the game. I got 100 million out of that. And then on my way back from those, I found an HP Blue Pill production facility, which is a special spawn in the game. And in that spawn had 2 of what I call the big money books, which is rare for it to have 2. Usually it only drops like 1 big money book. The big money books are worth 223 million ISK each, so that was another 446 million. And finally, I found a 7 out of 10 known as the Guristas Military Complex. It's actually more difficult than I think it's rated, but that's what they rated it as. And I did that, and I got another 100 million out of that. So all totaled together, I think I did like 1.3 billion in a single day. I've never done that before. I've never done a billion ISK in a day before. 600 million, yeah, not a billion. That was just totally insane. So I'm like caught up for everything that I missed and then some. So I'm like really happy right now, Eve-wise. Unfortunately in Eve, my corporation, we had what's known as a jump bridge. Basically, it's a portal in-game that you use to connect one system to another that are X distance apart. And I think the maximum you can go is in distance is 5 light years. But I'm not sure. I don't know jump bridge mechanics and all that very well. And I guess the corporation that we rent from didn't like that idea anymore, and they decided that they were going to put a jump bridge in our system, which we can't stop them. It's actually their system. We rent it. And I think our CEO, he said he got them to keep the connection between our systems, but we no longer control the jump bridge there, which is really poor because anyone could use our jump bridge. Anyone could use it if they wanted to. You know, we were willing to let it be put up, or I should say our CEO, I think, was willing to let it be put up on the jump bridge map. Here, anyone can use it, you know. We'll maintain it. Don't worry, you know, guys don't have to worry about it. But no, they wanted absolute control of it, so that was kind of shitty. But it comes down to one of those things, you know. What can you do? Answer is nothing. You just got to roll with the punches on that. Just be glad that we get to keep the connection, because one of the systems that we rent is like really far away. Yeah. By jump bridge, if we were to go not jump bridge, if we were to go a regular jump gate route, it would be a lot of jumps to get there, and traveling like that in the area space we live is dangerous. The jump bridge allowed us a direct connection from one system to another. The corporation I'm in is, we own 3 systems, which is, I think, more than any other renter corporation in the area that we rent. And we also have the most members, significantly. So we have a little bit going for us. And I think maybe that's why they agreed to allow the connection. At least I hope. But it's really weird playing with these headphones, and there's going to be some great benefits of it. Number one, I won't accidentally be catching my game volume through my microphone. That was one issue I had. Sometimes you'd hear an echo of the game or something while I was playing, and what that ended up being was my earphones would echo into the microphone because the microphone was that sensitive. And the microphone for the Megalodons don't have foam over it, so you would catch you know, you'd catch things like that. You'd catch like little noises over it and whatnot. This one's a little bit better, a little more noise canceling. I was listening to it, and it did sound different in my own head, and it sounded a lot crisper, clearer. I really liked it, and I hope it comes through really well and that you guys enjoy it while listening to it. The advantage is now is that my nephew's headset has shown up at the same time, so that my old headset, my Megalodons, have gone to my wife, and she's using them, listening to music, and it's probably the first time in a while that she's had sound in both ears. I did not know that the headset I had bought her, which was a nice mid-range pair of Logitechs, but it's not the earphones, it's something to do with her computer, that when she plugged it into the jack, only one ear would work. So she's just been going single ear, and her microphone never worked very well either. And again, it's not the headphones, it's something to do with her computer and the sound card. So now she has the benefit of a USB plug-in headset, and she doesn't have to worry about that. And she's got better sound, better control over the volume, better microphone, better everything. So I'm just waiting for the ear cuffs to show up. The ear cuffs I ordered, the new clean ear cuffs, have not shown up yet, and that bothers me a little bit. It really does. And I can't track the package if it has tracking, because I ordered as a guest. I do have a Razer account because I had a bunch of Razer products. I had a Razer mouse. I had the Razer Death Adder, or was that the? No, I think the Death Adder was the mouse, and I had that big keyboard, and I also had the headphones. So yeah, I have a Razer account, but I was just in a hurry, and I'm thinking it's just ear cuffs, so I didn't sign into my account. I ordered as a guest, but now it says in order to check the status of my order and be able to track it if it has a tracking number, because I don't even know if it does. Um, I need to sign in using the order number and my password. There's no password. You know, there is absolutely no password. None came in the mail. None was given to me with a confirmation order. None was given to me after I finished ordering it. Nothing. So I can't sign in to track the package. I thought, well, it's not a huge deal. I'll just sign into my account and I'll go to trace your order, and it'll ask me what order number. No, when you go and sign in, you go track your package. It says there's no packages found. Please go back. So I had to email them and ask them, in short, can you help me track my package? This is the order number. Can you help me find out where it is? Because I'd really like to give my wife the new the new cuffs, because the cuffs that are currently on the Razers are well, they're just old. They're a bit dirty, and the inner part of the cuffs that protects the rim and gives a little bit more sound insulation are breaking apart. So those cuffs really need to show up. And considering I paid $20 and they're only worth 10, it's $10 to buy them and $10 to ship them. I would really like them to be here already, considering Amazon was able to take 2 separate orders, and it really was 2 separate orders. Oh, shoot. We are in a bad spot. Yes, we are. Oops. Hello, Speedy. That's what I get for not paying attention. So, yeah, Amazon was able to take 2 completely separate orders, and it was 2 completely separate orders. I ordered mine on one day, and I ordered my nephew's on another day. They're actually set to ship out on 2 different days. And oops. And my nephew's headset shipped with mine on the same day and showed up within days of being shipped. Today was actually the day that my headphones were supposed to be sent out, like I said, and they showed up today. They shipped out on like Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday last week, and they were in Honolulu by Sunday, and they were delivered today. That's impressive. So I don't understand why the Razer ear cuffs, which I ordered at the same time that I ordered this headset, can't be here today. Considering I ordered the headset, I believe it was the 9th, maybe. And that means I ordered the ear cuffs on the 9th. So it's almost 10 days since I've ordered them and they haven't shown up yet. What worries me is that frickin' Razer sent them by ground, which means that they're gonna go on a fucking cargo ship. And that takes anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks to get here. A lot of people don't appreciate, when you live in Hawaii, you can't really send things via ground, or else they don't get here. Or at least they don't get here very soon. And for me, at least, it's actually a little dangerous sending things via ground because they get put in those huge containers, and it's not always paid attention to. You know, maybe how fragile or small the box is compared to where you're putting it. So, there's that. It's really weird, this new headset. It's going to take me a while to get used to them because they come with cloth cuffs, which is what I'm used to wearing, but they come attached with the leather cuffs. And the seal on these is so tight around my ear that I can't, the sound of me talking and the sound of everything outside of the game right now is really, really muffled. It's a lot quieter than what I can normally hear. So it's a little, it's throwing me off just a little bit, you know? I think my nephew will like his headset for sure. He's a Razer fan too. He likes... Oops, I need to be over here. Dude, I need to be... Well, what do I expect? You're in a Mercedes. You're a pretentious jerk anyways. Well, not everyone that drives a Mercedes is a pretentious jerk. That just comes out from watching Top Gear. They always used to say that people in Mercedes were like jerks. Not everyone, but a lot of people. Because they'd like follow you like really, really close. Tailgating. But that's just where that came from. This is going to take a while to pull out of. Go. 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 There you go. Let me go. Okay. You'll hear no argument from me. That's more appropriate now. So it looks like we finished the highway portion for a while, and now we're on a back road area. That's pretty cool. I like when the runs break up the variety in the game. That's really cool. So, I've run out of things to talk about at least a little bit. Trying to think of if there's anything else, and there's really not. Just looking to paying bills when the time comes, which isn't for a while yet, but still. They're always in the back of my mind, bills, you know. Especially now I've got 2 credit cards I'm going to be paying for. Which, you know, I'm a little disappointed in myself for not keeping it the way that I wanted to. But on the other hand, I needed a new headset because I just can't have the random crash happen and ruining the footage. And my nephew, as I mentioned, as a gamer, um, the most important part of your headset is your microphone. Nope. I didn't think so because just the way the game's throwing the traffic at me, it's got it spread out at these intervals. So I need a better view before I pull something like this. See, this would be a good spot because I have a downhill run to help me. There we go. So yeah, I was just saying, and I know I talked about this in another recording, you know, but the most important part, especially when you play things like League of Legends and Diablo to a lesser extent, but he also, you know, like Warcraft, if he's PvPing in Warcraft with friends doing arena and stuff, the most important part of a game, you know, in having and communicating is your microphone. You can deal with one ear, or you can deal with poor quality, or even it being a little quiet, but not being able to communicate and having to type, that just, you know, that doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode well at all. So, you know, that's why when I heard that my nephew say, oh yeah, you know, my microphone broke, I was like, all right, we can't have that. And I immediately went and searched out a good gaming headset, middle of the road, you know, and that was the Razer Krakens. So he has those waiting for him when he comes back. You know, I was talking to my wife about my nephew a little bit. You know, he comes from a broken home. His mother and father never got married, actually. I'm not going to go into the whole story of it, but now 18 years into his life, and I actually feel a little bad for him, maybe a lot bad, because his dad, and I may have mentioned this before, his dad basically has moved out of the house. He doesn't live with the family anymore, and he used to come back on his days off. You know, he'd have 2 days off. He'd come back and stay for a little while. Um, he doesn't even do that anymore. He doesn't come back anymore and stay at the house. So his son goes without seeing him for extended periods of time. As a matter of fact, the last time that he saw his father was a month. It was from New Year's Eve till, I think it wasn't until February 2nd that his dad came back, and he just came back to pick up and get a couple things, and he wasn't even here about, you know, an hour, and he left. And he left without saying goodbye. He literally just took off. Now, on top of that, which I really feel is kind of poor that you do that. But on top of that, it kind of seems like the only time his mother ever wants him to come back to her house is when she needs someone to babysit his sisters. I think he's got 2 sisters. Because it used to be, when he was younger, he'd spend 1 week here and 1 week at his mother's. And as he got older, that started to change to he would come and go as, you know, the parents kind of saw fit and how he wanted. And then he's got older, he'd do his own things. He'd go to friends' houses. He'd stay with them for a while, and he'd have a lot of fun, and things were going well for him. Now it seems like he's allowed to come here and stay as long as he wants until she needs him to come babysit his sisters. Then she calls him up, says, you need to come back. I need you to babysit. I'm going to be doing this, this, and this. But if she doesn't need him to babysit, then, she doesn't call him. She doesn't talk to him. She just, she's out there. So I feel really bad for my nephew in that respect. Seems like his mom only calls him when she needs something from him. A couple times she called to actually get help, I guess, with math homework or something of that nature. And other than that, unless she needs something, she doesn't call him. And like I said, his father, hasn't come around and doesn't come around pretty much at all anymore. So he's a bit lonely, that's why I've been playing Diablo with him, and I've been trying to talk to him more. I feel really bad for him. I've been in his life since he was 5 years old. And I've always tried to be there for him on some level and get him cool stuff, Because when, like for Christmas, he'd get some cool things. His dad would usually buy him one big cool present, and he'd get like a couple other cool things. He'd get money and whatnot. But the majority of his gifts... So make sure I get this corner okay. The majority of his gifts would be... I need to find a rest spot and a gas station pretty soon. Let's take a look at the map and just see what we got. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I'm wondering if I can... I don't see why I can't. It's a little out of the way, but it's more convenient in terms of the gas station. If I can just break off and go this way, hit this gas station, come through here, and then just hook up going this way. I don't see why not. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. But as I was saying, so in growing up, when I'd buy him things for Christmas and for his birthday, I would always be the one, the uncle that tried to buy the cool stuff. The one time or a couple times when I was like really making money, I'd like buy him a whole bunch of stuff. And this one Christmas, I can't remember his Christmas or his birthday, he was really into Naruto. And actually he still is, but I mean prior he was did I just... No, I couldn't have screwed up yet. Nope, here it is. Alright. So I went to this, like, Japanese, I'll just call it an item store. They had a bunch of Japanese collectible stuff, and I bought him 2 Naruto shirts, which he actually still wears, one of them at least today. 2 Naruto shirts. I bought him a wooden, kind of like practice sword, which he still carries around today. Sorry, I'm not going to go that way. And I bought him a couple other things, and I've always been that kind of uncle. Try and buy him the cool stuff so he gets cool things for his birthday and Christmas. Like, even if they're like functioning kind things, functioning like, I mean, like he needs them, I always try and make sure they're cool. Like when I bought him stuff for school, because he needed stuff for school, like I bought him a backpack, but I made sure it was a cool backpack. You know, this orange and black, really nice looking backpack. Um, Same with shoes. I try and buy him the real cool looking shoes. Come on, GPS, figure it out. We can go this way. You know, there it goes. I'd always try and like get him the really cool stuff. And I'm trying to be that kind of uncle still, I suppose. You know, like when I bought him the headset, I didn't buy him like a cheapy, low-end, poor sound, you know, headset. You know, it's oh, here you go. No, I buy him Razer Krakens, and I buy him cool-looking Razer Krakens, the neon green, which he really likes. He's actually excited about getting. Oh dear. I just forgot my dog's still outside. I put him out like an hour ago. He's not happy with me right now. So let's park this up and end it real quick. Enough. All right, folks. That's going to be me done for this episode. I'm just watching the thing scroll by, make sure there's nothing else. Let me know what you think of the sound. I'm going to listen to it myself and make decisions, but let me know what you think of the sound. If it sounds okay, if I should turn the game volume down. I don't know if I can turn the microphone up, or if I can, how much I can turn it up. Because I may have it maxed out already. I don't know. So just let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm going to make my own determinations, and I can make adjustments from there. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Don't forget to leave a Don't forget to leave a comment. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to my channel for more content coming out on a semi-regular basis. Other than that, this is going to be one big bugger. I'm signing out. I'll see you next time.